Hi everybody, I'm Ralph Sheheen. Welcome back to the Speed Sport News Center. You know, the cost of racing, especially sprint cars these days, are getting very, very high, making it extremely difficult for the average guy to go racing. Engines can cost you between $40,000 and $50,000. So we sent our Derek Pernesiglio over to East Lincoln Motor Speedway in Stanley, North Carolina to check out the Carolina RaceSaver Sprint Car Series, a racing division where drivers can actually go racing without breaking the bank.
Tonight we're here at the East Lincoln Motor Speedway in North Carolina for the Carolina RaceSaver Sprint Car Series. Now this is a newer sprint car series that's just started up in the Southeast. They don't run 410 cubic inch engines or even 360s. They run a French Grimes 305 cubic inch engine with special heads on it that keep the horsepower down, and it also keeps the spending down too. The cars are very affordable to run. And we had a chance to talk with the race director and some of the competitors on what they think about going sprint car racing on a budget.
A long time ago, French Grimes decided sprint car racing was in trouble. Costs were out of control. 360 motors were $20,000, $25,000, and 410s were double to triple that. At that time, 305 blocks were everywhere. So he decided to make a motor that had 400 horsepower, would fit in any current sprint car chassis, and let anybody that wanted to drive sprint cars have a chance to do it without selling the house.
It's perfect for the working guy who's working 40 to 60 hours a week, and he's got X amount of dollars he can spend. Well, he can't do that with a 360 or a 410, but he can afford a 305. He can afford a RaceSaver.
The very first engine I built 5 years ago to run this series, I built at home in my garage. I had $6,000 in the whole thing. The can of spray paint to paint it at the end, the little plugs to go in the water jackets, everything. I had exactly $6,000 in it.
It's a 305 engine, specific crank rod, piston, specific type cams, specifically the head and the valve spring is what makes the series what it is.
The series is probably one of the most affordable sprint car series out there. It's more of a working man's class to just your average Dro that's a sprint car fanatic that can't afford to go 360 or 410 racing.
Motors are super cheap, easy to rebuild. You can rebuild them yourself. You can buy the parts off the shelf. There's not too much you can do to it. So guys aren't spending massive amounts of money on the dyno looking for 10, 15 horsepower and especially these small tracks, it doesn't matter.
Owning 410 motors to go up to Pennsylvania and race with those guys, I can get 4 of these motors built for the price of one of them.
The Carolina RaceSavers is the Carolina region, which is North and South Carolina. So we keep our races in both of those states, and we're just trying to make it affordable.
We race around home. We try not to do too many overnight trip deals, and it saves us a bunch of travel money. So that's a great thing about RaceSavers also.
Feature time for the Carolina RaceSaver Sprint Car Series saw the number 77 of Mike Larris and the 21K of Greg Smyer bringing the field to the green. It was clear the action was going to be at the front of the field all night long, with Larris and Smyer battling for the top spot. Just 8 laps in, and things got a little wild when the 77 of Mike Larris made a move to the bottom for the lead, resulting in contact with the 21 of Greg Smyer, sending them both into a spin and eventually putting Smyer on his head. Smyer was none too happy about the incident. Back under green again, and it was 2 new competitors for the lead, with the 36 of Tim Perry taking the top spot, with the 09 of Scott Lawrence closing in. On a night when everyone was using the bottom, Scott Lawrence found something on the outside as he took the lead, but not without a fight, as he and Perry made contact down the front straightaway. Scott Lawrence would hang on for the 3 remaining circuits to pick up his first Carolina RaceSaver Sprint Car Series win. For Speed Sport, I'm Derek Pernesiglio.
Thanks, Derek, and thank you for joining us here at the Speed Sport News Center. We'll be back each week with more highlights, news, and features from around the world of racing. Make sure you visit us at our website, speedsport.com, and get your subscription to the latest issue of Speed Sport, the magazine. I'm your host, Ralph Sheheen. See you soon. Race fans, if you haven't signed up for the free daily presented by General Tire, then you're missing your chance to become a racing expert. Emailed to you each morning, this free source of motorsports news is a must for anyone who loves racing. From short tracks, pavement and dirt, to NASCAR and Formula One, and just about everything in between, The Daily has you covered, conveniently sent directly to your inbox. Sign up free today at speedsport.com.